This meditation is the hollow body meditation. And it's good to be used at a time when you are self-grasping or you're feeling insecure about a sense of self or around identity. I want you to get into a comfortable position, whether it's sitting cross-legged on the floor or having both feet parallel to one another while you're sitting in a chair. I want you to be comfortable and relaxed. And I want you now to imagine that the inside of your body, your blood, your bones, your sinew, all of the internal organs within your body are now being dissolved, and they are melting into the center of the earth. They are moving through and out you, through your lower chakras. And I want you to imagine that you're actually sitting in the room, and all that is left of you is the outer shell of who you are. The body in its form, but the inside of you is now melted away, left to dissolve into the earth. And what your body is now filled with is light. And what I want you to do is pick a color. Pick a color of light that you choose. It can be any color. It can be white, it can be green, it can be red. And I want you to imagine that the entirety of your body, although there is no more blood or substance inside of the body, the form of the body has been maintained. And now it is filled with light. So that if someone was going to enter your room, they would come in and see you as a person, but you would be like a lamp. You would be lit up with the light from within, moving outwardly. The rays of light be exuding out your pores. And I want you just for a moment to sit in this hollowness of your body and imagining that all of your blood and bones and all of your organs have slid away, have dissolved, and you are very, very light in that you have no substance now. You are completely light, with the exception of the form, much like a light bulb. There is the form of it, but there is no substance inside of it. And yet, it shines brightly, and it exudes light. So I want you now to imagine that this body, this form, is enlarging. And it is growing bigger and bigger. Your form, your body, is growing larger and larger. And I want you to imagine that it's taking up the entirety of the room that you're sitting in. So the entire form that you are is now filling the room, and the light that is within this form is also expanding outwardly. And then I want you to imagine that this form of your body is growing even larger. It's as large as the house that you are sitting in, or the building, or the office, the entire building that you are sitting in. You are now expanding to fill the entire space of that house or that building, and the light that you are exuding in and of itself is also going beyond the building. You are stretching beyond the form. And now I want you to imagine that the light and the form that you are is expanding even further, and it's encompassing all of the houses and all of the buildings and the shops on the street, all the way to the right and the left. The form of who you are is expanding, and with it the light of who you are is also in expansion. And I want you to imagine this form is now moving beyond just your street, and it is moving into the entire suburb or the entire area of your city in which you reside. The body is expanding, and the light within this hollow body is also expanding. Feeling the tingling of the cells of your being, you are enlarging. The totality of who you are is in expansion and growing ever larger. It's encompassing the entirety of this area or suburb of your city. And next, I want you to imagine that your hollow body, your form, is now encompassing the entire city in which you live. And the light inside is also bright and ever expansive as well. And you are expanding beyond just your neighborhood. You are now expanding to reach the city limits. And you feel the light coming from within your body, moving outwardly, outwardly. And now I want you to imagine that the form of your body and this light within is moving beyond the expanse of this city, and it is moving now to all corners of the state or the province or the area in which you live. You are ever expanding. The light within you is continuing to grow outwardly, beyond the city limits, into the rural areas, and now to the limits of the state, the province, or the area in which you live. And continuing, your light and form is expanding beyond now the state or the province, and it is moving now northwardly and to the south and to the east and to the west, and your body is in expansion, and with it the light. You are expanding into the province or the state that is next door to where you live. And it is as if you are this enlarged light. It is encompassing multiple states now, multiple provinces. You are expanding, and you feel the expansion within. You are now expanding to all corners of the country in which you live. This expansion of light, this expansion of your body and being is ever growing larger. And I want you to imagine now, beyond the confines of the country in which you live, Your light is now expanding into the north, to the south, to the east, and to the west. And perhaps it's moving out into the oceans. It's perhaps moving southwardly toward the country to the south or to the north. And the light is now shining beyond just your country, moving into the oceans, expanding outwardly to the countries beyond, to the north and the south of where you live. And this expansion continues and continues. And the light of who you are, your hollow body, is continuing to expand. And it is now encompassing Europe, Asia. It is moving over to North, South America. It is moving up to the poles, the North Pole, and to the Antarctic. And eventually, the entirety of your body and the light that you hold is encompassing the entire planet, the entire world. The whole globe is now completely engulfed in your light. And you can feel the expansion. You, and the light that you hold, is completely covering the globe. And once again, you move into an expanded state. And I want you now to imagine that your light is moving to the next planet. It's moving out into the universe, and it's encompassing all of the planets. It's now touching the moon. The light that you hold is expanding outwardly, and it is now reaching the nether regions of our universe. You are in a complete state of expansion. Your beingness, every cell of your body, every molecule, every atom is filled with light. And you are as large as the universe in which we live. And holding that state, holding that openness, feeling the expansion, feeling the tingling of your cells, the absolute spaciousness of who you truly are, holding that state for just a moment. And now, I want you to begin to slowly, slowly pull back your light, pulling it back so that it just encompasses the planet Earth. So your light is just surrounding the globe, the entirety of our planet. Your light is surrounding. And I want you now to see your light slowly receding back over just a few continents, perhaps Europe, North America, and South America. Slowly, slowly, your light is coming back inwardly, moving over Africa, Southeast Asia, and it's coming over to the continent in which you reside. So your light is expanded to just envelop the continent on which you are living. And I want you slowly, slowly to retract your light, and it is coming back over the provinces of the states, slowly back just to the state or the province in which you live. And I want you to imagine now that the body is coming slowly, slowly inwardly. The light is moving inwardly, and it is now moving towards just your city from that province or state in which you live. Your light is being retracted inwardly now to the city in which you live. And slowly, slowly, the light is being retracted even further, just to the area of the city, the suburb of the city in which you live. And slowly, slowly, the light is being retracted back to the street on which you live. And then to simply the building in which you are sitting. And then from the building, slowly, slowly, I want you to see the light is coming back into the room in which you are sitting. And slowly, slowly, back onto the chair in which you are sitting. And your body is completely hollow, and it is completely filled with light. But it is here, sitting on a chair, either cross-legged or feet parallel to the ground. And you are at peace. You have touched into the state of unity, of oneness, where there is no separation molecularly between you and the outer planets of the universe, and you and the chair on which you sit. We are all interconnected on a cellular, atomic plane. We need to rest in the fact that we are pure light. We are made of light, and we are the light.